Hi, this is Pastor Rick Clark, lead pastor at E-Town Grace. We're glad to see you. A brief interruption here this afternoon. This is day 66 of our lockdown or stay-at-home orders, a little over 2 months worth. And I don't know about you, some days, every day seems like Groundhog Day because we kind of stay in the same place, and maybe we don't always see the same things happening, but the other thing, too, is for all these times, 66 days plus, much more, we've heard about the COVID-19, the coronavirus, and we've been concerned about it. And thankfully to the Lord, we've been able to turn that curve and flatten things out. We see things coming down. We're still concerned and pray for those who come down with the coronavirus. We're concerned for those who die as a result of circumstances around the coronavirus. But we are looking forward to getting back together. As a church, our elders are working on a plan to do that, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be able to communicate that. But again, as I think about all these things, I think about the fact that the biggest thing that I hear from the media and from a lot of sources it's still a fear. It's a fear of the unknown, which is a natural thing. But how do we combat that? I think we have to combat that with faith. The only way that our world is going to know that God is in control, it's going to know that we are going to overcome the COVID-19 and we are going to come back stronger, and God's going to give us the strength and the wisdom and the protection and the abilities to do that. And so we need faith, and we need to be able to portray to a world who knows nothing about a faith and a living God who watches over us, who provides for us, who loves us and cares for us. We need to be that example. How do we choose faith over fear? And we've been going through Hebrews 11, the Faith Hall of Fame. I think we've been able to see that, but especially tonight we're going to see that. We're going to be looking at Moses' life. And I'm just going to read Hebrews 11. By faith, Moses' parents hid him for 3 months after he was born, because they saw he was no ordinary child, and they were not afraid of the king's edict. By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God rather than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a short time. He regarded disgrace for the sake of Christ as of greater value than the treasures of Egypt, because he was looking ahead to his reward. By faith he left Egypt, not fearing the king's anger. He persevered because he saw him who is invisible. By faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, so that the destroyer of the firstborn would not touch the firstborn of Israel. By faith, the people passed through the Red Sea as on dry land, but when the Egyptians tried to do so, they were drowned. Many, many times in Moses' life, and he didn't always respond by faith. He had fear at times, like when he left Egypt after killing the Egyptian man that was fighting with the Hebrew man. But ultimately in his life, he chose faith over fear. And so as we look at very challenging situations that we're in, which Moses probably had even more challenging type situations, and God, how are we going to choose to walk by faith, to show a world there is a faith, and maybe to lead our families to walk in faith and to trust the Lord? Tonight we're going to look at that, Hebrews chapter 11, verses 23 to 29. We look forward to seeing you then. God bless you. Have a good rest of the day.